Hi guys, today I have a story for you. It's called All You Ever Need. It's by Max Lucado, and it's about a man and a well and what happens in the village. And it's in a village where there's very, very little water, so a well is really important. Years ago, in a village in a desert land, this dry land was very little water. It seldom rained, but when it did, people scurried about, capturing what they could in buckets and pots. Every drop was like purest gold. But even though the land was dry, the people were never thirsty. For nearby lived a kind man named Tobias, who owned a deep wellspring from which poured clear, cool water. The people called Tobias the Water Master, and they loved him very much. He shared his treasure with everyone in the village. All they had to do was ask, and the Water Master would gladly let them dip into his well. "Drink all you want," he offered. Not only did Tobias share from his well, but he taught his son to do this also. Tobias and his son, Julian, would help the other people dip their buckets and carry their loads. Day after day, the people would come to the well. Tobias would smile and say, "Take all you need." He would talk to the people about their lives, and he would laugh with them and inquire about their hopes and their dreams. While Julian helped them draw water for their families, Tobias was a kind friend, always ready to help the villagers. One day, the Water Master announced to the village, "My son and I are going away for a while. While we're gone, my servant Elzevir will watch over the well. He will give you all the water you need." With that, the Water Master and his son turned and walked up the road leading away from the village. The people were sad to hear them leave, but they trusted Elzevir to supply their needs. And indeed, Elzevir did just as the Water Master said. Each day, the villagers came to ask for water. He eagerly filled their buckets. As he did, he told the people, "Take all you need. There is plenty of water for all." For a time, the villagers went about it as usual. But then one day, Elzevir noticed the villagers were not grateful when they received their water. They just took their full buckets and raced away without one word of thanks. This troubled Elzevir so much that he decided to stop giving them water to everyone. He forgot that the Water Master was kind to all. Instead, he announced to the villagers, "From now on, I will not give water to those who are thankful." The people were surprised. After Elzevir's announcement, all the villagers tried real hard to remember to thank him when they received the water. Sometime later, Elzevir noticed that some people were unkind to their neighbors and mean to their animals. Again, the substitute Water Master was bothered. He demanded to give water only to nice people. If you are mean to your animals or unkind to your neighbors, you will get no water, he announced. The people worked hard to please Elzevir, so they wouldn't go thirsty. But as time passed, the taskmaster continued to find some new fault with the people. "You are too busy. You're too lazy. You're too quick. You're not quick enough. You're not smart enough or pretty enough. With each decision, fewer people were given water. Over time, the villagers grew sad and angry. How can we ever be good enough for Elzevir, they questioned. We'll all die of thirst, they cried. As Elzevir grew, as Elzevir's rules grew longer, the line for the water grew shorter. The people, growing thirsty, began to give up. It's no use, the people cried. We can't please you. In the midst of the shouting, a quiet figure approached the gathering. Elzevir eyed the man suspiciously. Another thirsty soul, I doubt. No doubt, he growled. Can you show that you are worthy for this water? The man quietly strode to the well and turned to the people. I have come to help you, he said. Elzevir was angry. Just who do you think you are? The man removed his cloak, and the villagers gasped. When they saw the familiar face, they began to whisper amongst themselves, It's Julian, the son of the watermaster. My father sent me to share the water with all the people. At that, the people cheered. Elzevir became afraid. The villagers wanted revenge. No water for Elzevir, they shouted. The son held up his hand to the crowd to quiet them. My father's water is a gift to all, he said patiently. But Elzevir was cruel to us. I know he was, but water were given only to good people who could drink. No one spoke. The son placed his hand on Elzevir's shoulder. Freely you have received, freely give. The people looked at each other, and they were silent. They knew the son's words were wise and true. And so, from that day on, Elzevir was forgiven, and the water was shared freely. Wasn't that a good story? Just what God wants us to know, that his gift of love and forgiveness is for everyone. So have a good night, and I'll see you again.